Guys, welcome back to another video. So today I thought we would keep it quite chill and answer one of the most asked questions, that how did I find my internship here. So I'll just grab my water, sit here and tell you the whole story. Okay, so first of all, for those who doesn't know, I worked in Belgium and in my internship in luxury fashion brand in a ballerina company. I had quite the experiences there, which I will be sharing in short. And also, people have this perception that it's so easy to get it, but it's actually the opposite. How did exactly it started? Here in France, there's a rule like every year you have to do one internship, and otherwise you cannot pass the year. So after completing my second semester, I had to find like an internship, and all of my friends gave up and went back to India because it was like it is so hard to find an internship. There is a lot of competition, language barrier and whatnot. So that's why everyone went to India, and I just wanted to stay here because I was thinking like if I go back to India it will cost me a lot, then the ticket flights, then I have to come and find the room, pay the security deposit. So all of those things in mind, and also one of the most important thing I had in mind, that I want to experience the internships I usually see online, the Paris vibes, this and that and that. Did that happen? Not exactly, but some things happened which I did not expect at all. Like everybody, I started applying on LinkedIn, welcome to jungle. Not indeed. Honestly, mostly 90% of the time it was on LinkedIn. And one of the internship site I found, which was like student.b, it was for Belgium. And then I had like the response rejected, 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 sorry to inform, sorry to inform. On LinkedIn, I got a message that I want to interview you and this and that. So I was like really happy. But then I just asked, out of curiosity, my internship department, that this is one of the interviews I got for the internship and was the job description. Is that okay? And they said, no, because it's third year requirement. Okay, in the first year you have limited tasks to do, like doing the inventory, doing basic stuff, do a job in grocery store, this and that, like very basic stuff that you cannot do anything on your own, and that was the requirement. And I honestly, that sucked because क्यों भाई मैं क्यों करूँ वो चीज़ जब मुझे नहीं करनी. And then I have a better option, but still I had the interview. And then she said we had a really nice talk, and then I had a second interview, and then I got selected. That everything happened. It was such a mess. I have to convince them, I have to convince my internship department. It was a huge fuss, but then finally I had only 1 week left to submit my internship document, and I did it. I was so relieved. Another part came. I had to find a new house in Belgium, and this is like, luckily I live in Lille, which is like 45 minutes away from the city I had to go. So I packed my bags. Again, it was so hard, and I left my first house. Then I went to Belgium. I shifted in a city called Ghent. Luckily, I didn't needed a visa because under 90 days you can stay. So it was like for 3 months. So it fitted perfectly. That's why I chose that. So it was like that. I had to take a tram, which was 15 minutes. Then I had to take a bus, which was 45 minutes. And then I have to walk 20 minutes. I was really excited about the role. It was marketing and communication. Then I met her, met the another intern and everything. This happened. The first day was quite okay. The second day I went to the internship, I had the worst day ever, because then I got to know the real side of how people are there. And one thing I've noticed is that people in France and people in Belgium are so different. So different. My boss knew a lot of languages: English, Spanish, Portuguese, French, Dutch, whatnot. But she is a boss after all. I had one of the bad days as I was doing the inventory, and the other intern as well. So yeah, we kind of, she said a lot of things and she doesn't think before saying kind of thing. So that happened, and then I was like, me being a sensitive baby. Now the most asked question: what did you had on your CV? What skills did it require? Honestly, this was my first internship ever. I did not had any experience. I did not had anything really extra on my CV. I honestly manifested it, and in my interview I was way too confident on almost everything. Since I like to do content creation, so I knew a basic about marketing, and I always had interest in marketing. So she was actually really impressed by the fact that I studied the company very well. Before the interview, she just asked me that, would you like to go to Paris for a photo shoot? And I just thought like, okay, I just need to be there to supervise or to help or something like that. But then I got to know that I was the model. I was like, really? And yeah, I was quite happy. There were other intern also, and then I honestly feel lucky, and I honestly was like so grateful that she picked me. I was like the model for the ballerina pairs, so it was not my face, it was just my legs and the ballerina. But that still, it was like a huge deal. And I'll put some pictures of the shoot here. So yes, that's me. Then this happened, then I came back to work, and it was my last week, and then my mom came. So actually she was really nice. She gave me the whole 2 weeks, pretty chill, that I had to only come for 1 or 2 days. And then I ended my internship on 26th of August. So this was the whole journey. But it did not end there. Then I went back to Lille within few days, settled up there, and I actually wanted to continue working with her, like remotely, of course, because I have my college here and I cannot just go up and down even though it's close, but it's not feasible for me. I also started doing remote work with her, and for the 2 months I did continue that. And within those 2 months, she just asked me that if I want to go to Italy with her, and I was like, really? So I went to Italy with her. My flight books, it was just a 1 day trip, still. So I went with her, we booked a car, then we went to the artisans. I just had to sit there. The whole meeting was in Italian, and she just translated to me, and I was like, very grateful that I was there. I made some videos, I gave some ideas for the new collection, and it was just amazing, and I was just living my dream, honestly. I did got disappointed with the fact that where the internship was, it was not just I imagined, but where I am right now, even after the internship ended, I am getting opportunities. I am lucky. Then I stopped working with her since it was not working. I had my college, she had more interns, so that's that. Also, one of the questions I get asked is, what exactly did you do in your internship? So since I told you it was marketing and communication, so I had to manage B2B, B2C both. And I had to interact with influencers, give some ideas about the campaigns, how to do giveaways, what element to add, and all of this. And also sometimes doing the small tasks like packing and sending off, then billing, keeping up with the inventory, stocking up, all of this basically. Replying to emails, sending newsletters, creating the lookbook. These were all of my tasks, and I did learn quite a few things because I never had like an internship or any experience. And this is one of the things I hate the most, that in India it's like now it started happening, but when 2 years ago, or maybe even back, when I was in school, we never had the opportunity to do internships. Came here, a lot of my friends already have experiences before, even before starting the college, and then I felt so behind. But then when I found this internship and did completed it, I felt so lucky. Yeah, so that was my whole experience. I think I have answered your questions. If you have any doubts, just comment down below. I'll try to respond, or even make a Q&A video if you would like. And till then, see you. Bye.